Testing, testing, 1, 2. There we go. All right, tonight we are playing Final Fantasy 16. It's finally here on Xbox. Excuse me, as I burp. Very excited for this. You know, there's been reports that like, oh, it's only sold like 22,000 or 25,000. I do think having the game listed at 50 and then 70 for the expansions was a mistake. You know, Death Stranding was listed. Granted, that's an older game, but still, Death Stranding was listed as I think 40 for the whole thing, if I'm not mistaken, or 50 with all the expansions. I think Final Fantasy 16 should have been 40 for the base game and 50 for the game plus the expansions, because they're not selling the game with as a physical copy. They're selling it digitally, so it's all profit. But we're playing the demo today. I don't know when I'm going to actually start the game. I think I am going to wait for it to go on sale. But we'll see. I'm excited to start the demo. I'm glad that it's on Xbox. Better late than never. It's a shame we're not getting a physical copy. But at least I got my Steelbook from when I had the PS5 version. I think that Xbox players were on the fence. I do think, you know, the reason I'm willing to wait is because I've played the game already, so I'm willing to wait for it to go on sale. However, I think if you're an Xbox fan, you haven't checked this out, I do think it is worth the $70 price tag, because it is quite the large game, and there's quite a bit to do. So that let's minimize this, get my window a little bit smaller. Let's get this baby started. Frame rate. Yep. Visual alerts. No, interesting. Story focused. We'll go story focused first, at least for this. Yeah, let's do it. Awesome, let's go. So I do think that the reason it's not sold as well as maybe is what allegedly what Square would like is, I mean, it's also 2 years after it came out, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's going to be like 5. It's like, which is crazy. And also, unfortunately, it's not like Oblivion where it shadow dropped. The shadow drop didn't help Final Fantasy 16, unfortunately. Dang. Some long loading times for this demo. But I hope that this doesn't discourage them. Maybe we'll look into it later. I hope this doesn't discourage them from releasing Final Fantasy 17 across all possible platforms. Am I going to have to restart the demo? Is that... So this is some Xbox 360 loading times. Usually it's like loading times don't bother me, but this is longer than usual. But granted, it's like when I played, maybe it's something with the dome, but when I played 16 on the when I had a PS5, it wasn't the demo; it was just the full-on game. Console feels fine. All right, let's. Try again. Take two. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. So it didn't start me off in a menu.
It was
There we go.
Moss the Chronicler who said that the land of Valisthea is blessed in the light of the Mother Crystals. And that it was this light which finally led our forebears out of the darkness. Yet, what they saw in the light gave rise to temptation. Temptation that ever lures us back into the crystal shadow. And thus did our journey begin.
This opening is intense. Yeah, if you're into like The Witcher 3 and Game of Thrones and you've not played any Final Fantasy, this is a good one to start off with. It's so some of the Final Fantasies can be kind of out there, which I love that about them. This one, I guess, is a little bit more, I guess, grounded. Whew. And it's like, even though this this whole encounter is pretty basic, it is cool to have an interactive cutscene done like this. Ah! Clive Rossfield, or Wyvern as he's known here.
It'll be light soon. Both camps have begun to stir.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant. No one else. Where's the fun in that?
How do we even know the girl will be among them?
Our kind do not question orders.
We follow them.
Try to keep that in mind. Let's get this done.
Focus, Wyvern. You are key to this mission's success.
Don't boss me around so much then.
I said focus, Wyvern.
Press the menu button anytime a cutscene to open the main menu. Gameplay configuration settings, including camera version, can be adjusted in the system tab.
We don't have time for this. All hell is about to break loose.
Patience, I'm taking a screenshot.
Time to move.
We're just in time.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is an M-rated Final Fantasy. I think there's this one, Type 0, and Stranger of Paradise. So I don't think Final Fantasy needs to be M-rated going forward. I don't mind them doing this every once in a while.
Where this is going, they won't need this new dominant of theirs. What?
But I think they should stay in teen and ride that line. I feel like, you know, the way they've been doing it since the original Final Fantasy VII is perfect.
Through the gates! Quickly! Move!
What do you mean, you refuse? Did you not pledge your swords to our cause?
Come now. Marshal, the King of Waloed is our guest.
And you have His Majesty's answer.
Waloed is our guest.
I wonder that you summoned us at all. Have you so little faith in your own men? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not? Or am I mistaken? Besides, your dominant has yet to take the field. And when he does, our knights would only get in the way.
Perhaps you have not heard, but the Ironblood now have their own dominant. We would be fools to underestimate them.
Bugger their knights.
What did you say?
Should this citadel be allowed to fall,
It's a big dude.
the capital will lie exposed. And I doubt the Crusaders will wait for the good king's pawns to line up before taking to the board.
The insult. I just hate that.
Just leaves me.
You know, you're working and
Hopka!
somebody is vaping and
Ironblood will
the
know the day
smoke
it
just
is
goes
to
right in your
fall.
face.
This game is over.
What are you talking about? The game just started.
You cock.
Benedicta.
None of this sort of thing in Final Fantasy 15.
The lion take care when he chases the hare? Or do you think me one of the latter?
No, my love. You are a lion. You're my lion.
I'm not afraid of a little frost, Benedicta. But I will need someone to warm me when I come home.
Told you. Just like Game of Thrones. All we need now is to see Peter Dinklage's
It's our chance.
PP.
Chaos will conceal us.
I think I remember that right. So I haven't watched a lot of Game of Thrones, but I've seen the first episode, and I think Peter Dinklage is the first like male nudity that you see in the show. So usually I like to keep this channel as family friendly as possible, but you know, it's an M-rated game, so maybe I'll be a little bit more M-rated while streaming. Or I always say, you know, dropping F-bombs and saying curse words isn't what makes you mature. It's knowing when to use it.
And quick and deadly.
As always.
The beginning of this game is very cutscene
Think of
heavy.
Wait. Something's not right.
Ah, it's Titan.
Titan. So the Darmax finally grew tired of being slaughtered.
And look who's here to greet the bastard.
Come on.
so much bigger than her. But you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
You don't get to die here, Wyvern. Move!
Right on top of us.
Anytime, Wyvern.
I do appreciate there's not like, well, yellow paint telling me where to go. So I could do without the arrows. I feel like I don't need those. I don't think there's a way to disable them though, unfortunately. It's like, I could have figured that out. I don't think he's gonna make it.
Wyvern! Wyvern! I told you before, you do not get to die here.
Just curious to see how hot. Yep.
Well, if you're not cut out to be a shield, there's always work for you in the stables. Unless, of course, you think you can defend your master while sat on your arse in a puddle of pig swill.
I'm sure he'd find a way. My brother always looks after me. Right?
Go on. You're sure to hit him eventually.
Don't give up now.
Two arms. It wouldn't do to disappoint the gallery. Let's start again from the beginning. Come, show me your form.
Attack the Lord Commander. Press X to perform a melee attack. Up to 4 tasks can be chained together. Same button as...
Good. Again.
Hi, Trinity.
Very good. Such swordsmanship will serve you well in the field. But can the same be said of your spellcraft? The flames of the Phoenix burn within you. Now let them burn without. Come, Clive. Rain fire down upon me.
Press Y to cast fire range spell that can strike enemies from great distances.
Excellent.
Easy enough.
Well done. You wield the Firebird's flames just as a first shield should.
You flatter me, my lord.
Or would you rather I flattened you? Can be arranged. Let's see if you can elude my blade. After all, your attacking prowess will count for naught if you don't live long enough to use it. On your toes, Lord Rossfield.
Press right bumper to evade an enemy's attack. Evade an enemy's attack at the precise moment it is dealt will temporarily slow the enemy, making it successful to counter using X or Y.
Not quite. How did you dodge that? I was sure I had you.
That was amazing!
Oh! Thought I was done.
Good. Remember, Clive, your blade is not your only weapon. Quickness of thought and fleetness of foot are indispensable arms in any shield's arsenal. But you are not just any shield, are you? Show me what sets you apart from the rest. You have been blessed by the Phoenix, granted the use of its power. Call upon that power now to close on me. Well, I'm waiting.
The Blessing of the Phoenix grants Clive the ability to perform feats of inhuman strength and dexterity. Phoenix Shift is one such iconic feat. See what they did there? Press B to swiftly close in and distance the target. Both melee and ranged attacks can be used while executing a Phoenix Shift.
Was it all our shields could move so swiftly? Impressive. But even the most agile shield cannot hope to escape every blow. And death may come by a handful of cuts as easily as it comes by 1,000. There is only one way to ensure that you do not fall. Keep your wounds mended and your energies replenished. Speaking of which, my lord, you seem a little worse for wear. Now that won't do at all.
Consumable items such as potions and tonics can be used to restore Clive's HP and temporarily boost attributes. Consumables can be assigned to the different directional buttons via the Items tab in the main menu for quick and convenient use. These items can also be used directly from the main menu.
I'm waiting. That's better. Battle is a succession of pivotal moments, wherein life and death can be decided at a single stroke. You must be ready to utilize every tool at your disposal if you are to navigate a path to victory, or at the very least, to ensure that you live to fight another day. Enough practice. It's time for the test. You've recovered from your soaking, I trust. You wouldn't want to kick a man while he's drowned.
I thought you'd never ask.
Come then, Lord Rossfield. Spar with me. If you believe yourself worthy to be called Shield of the Flame, then prove it.
I will do so.
As you wish, my lord.
Ha! Have at me, boy. Make proof of your strength.
The will gauge indicates an opponent's will to fight back. Break their spirit by landing attacks and strike them when they are vulnerable.
Go on. You're sure to beat him this time.
You can do it, Clive. Just stay calm.
Ah! Oh!
You're taking this seriously.
Keep going, Clive.
All right then.
So I'm remembering all the stuff I'm able to do later on in the game, and I'm like trying to do it, but I'm like, oh, I don't have those abilities yet. Lord Murdoch's will has been broken, leaving him staggered. Try dealing as much damage. Really, you got to take a bath right here. As much damage as you can before he regains his senses. Use right trigger and X to execute Rising Flames, a powerful iconic ability granted by Clive, the Blessing of the Phoenix.
It's time I took my own advice and used all the tools at my disposal.
Boom!
He won! See? I told you he could do it.
Aye.
Bested at last. It's taken me long enough. That was a display worthy of your father. You are a true shield of the flame, and let no one tell you otherwise. Including me. What are you lot gawping at? Back to your drills.
Joshua. I was just tired. Phoenix's flames are a gift. You mustn't waste them.
It isn't a waste. My shields look after me. Why shouldn't I?
That's why. You were coughing this morning too. You shouldn't be outdoors.
I'll be fine. It's just a cold.
Don't push yourself.
His Grace has returned!
Father's back.
Father!
Your Grace, please, this is no place for one such as you.
Oh,
I would
jeez.
gladly brave hell itself to see my darling boy.
I bet you would.
Gentlemen, Rosaria thanks you for your indefatigable loyalty.
Thank you, Your Grace. We live to serve.
Joshua. You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this.
I'm sorry.
Good day to you, Mother.
Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
Mother of the Year right there.
Lord Murdoch?
Your Grace.
What a way to treat your own flesh and blood.
I know. It's not his fault. Not everyone can be born the Phoenix.
We should join them.
Chocobos.
Rise, my friends.
Welcome home, Father.
Thank you, Joshua. You are well, I trust.
Yes, Father. Much better. Today, Jill and I went to the Bailey to watch Clive's spa.
Is that so?
Quiet, Torgal. Stop it, boy. Not now.
You'll make a fine hound one day.
Father.
Lift up your head, girl.
Thank you, Your Grace.
The capital rejoices at your safe return, Your Grace.
War is coming, my boy. You must make ready.
Is the situation truly so grave?
Come to the throne room. We will talk there.
Yes, Father. Your Grace.
And so why does everybody keep punching me?
Dismissed.
Torgal. Where do you think you're going? Clive here is off to see the Archduke.
Right.
Should you find yourself lost, do not fret. Hold down the left trigger and trust your animal instinct to point you in the right direction. Your current destination will be displayed with a red icon.
Is trouble brewing?
I'm not sure. I need to speak with Father.
Okay, there it is. So let's have a look around.
All right, let's get this.
Useful items can be found across the realm by those who know where to look. Items discovered can be viewed on the items in the menu screen.
The Duchess calls for our heads.
He doesn't jump very high. Guess I'm gotten used to Noctis.
The Iron Blood are skilled warriors. You could learn a thing.
Make sure you get a good edge on that, eh?
Aye?
They've closed the gates.
Let's hope a side entrance is still open.
Preparation is key.
Oh, my mother's doing.
We don't need to tell this one. She's raring. The Phoenix will be with us. Those savages don't stand a chance.
You put on quite the show for us, Lord Rossfield. Any man who can do that deserves to be First Shield. Age and experience be damned.
There's something up there.
Make sure all the crystals are accounted for.
Need to shift this lot before we lose the light.
So. Aha.
All right, let's get this stuff. Duchess calls for our heads.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess. Pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. Did I say to speak?
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him. To be allowed to stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Oh, brother.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
Ah, oops.
Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander.
He knocked me out first, so I feel too sorry for him.
Wheat harvest's down again, apparently.
Well, don't you make an handsome pair? Nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
Tis quite lovely.
Where's Joshua?
Josh was probably like, what's wrong with my brother? Why is he just running around like a maniac? Gathering up all the potions that somebody just left lying around. Appreciate the fact that I just automatically pick it up. I don't have to press a button and accidentally jump like I did in FF15. Excuse me.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
the soldiers
Aren't we all?
next to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
I know. Thank you, Clive.
That child is the future of our nation. He must be protected. All other concerns are insignificant.
Yes, Mother. Some large gates and stiff levers require extra effort to operate. Press A to access them, then push. Hold R to push or pull with all your might. I remember playing this on PS5 and having that stupid haptic feedback. Oh, you're right. The option of having the haptic feedback controller is cool, but the fact that the cheapest controller you get for a PS5 is $70, probably now 80, is silly. There's another reason I've stuck with Xbox. Like, if I break my controller, which I haven't had to replace this controller since I bought my Series X a couple of years ago, you know, get a perfectly good wired controller for $25 to $30. It's the one I use when I'm not streaming.
My presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
I have flamed.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Beastmen?
Goblins in the Stillwind marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it, and clear it.
Yes, sir.
Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
It is time to prove your strength. And shut your mother up for good.
Yeah.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
Such a proper young man. Walk tall, my son.
Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
Active time lore. Hold the... I don't know what that button's called, actually. That's funny. Hold the double square button to access the Active Time Lore feature. A compilation of important information relevant to Clive's current storyline progress. Active Time Lore can be viewed during most cutscenes. All ATL entries can be accessed later in the game. Yeah, it's I love this feature because it helped me keep track of stuff and really get into the weeds for this game. Retire to your chambers. secrets.
No messages, my lord.
I noticed that during like the training thing, there was like a slight like orange halo over the guy that was training me, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. It's like it wasn't in the game before. I think it was just the tutorial level. I was like, oh, I hope the Xbox version isn't just graphically inferior for some reason. Secondly, the Series X is a little bit more powerful than PS5, so it shouldn't be a downgrade. I guess unless they did something to make it run properly on the Series S. But the game seems to look great so far. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. beginning of this game is very cutscene heavy. Not that I can play, and the voice acting is amazing, and the presentation is really good.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days.
The beginning of this game is very cutscene heavy.
And you will be taking
Not
Joshua?
that I can play, and the voice acting is amazing, and the presentation is really good.
The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, we're taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless. A man like any other.
Jeez.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
Good for you, dude. So she's... a female dog.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Too real, man.
Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
It's getting cold. We should go in.
Dude.
Dear lady.
Come on.
Good night, Clive.
Sorry, Ambrosia. I won't be hunting today.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
I'll try.
Good luck.
Friends, we ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs. Open the gates.
Lord Rossfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you?
This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The beastmen are a fierce foe.
That's right. I fought them in F11.
At our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
To the marshes, then.
I've expected these guys to be Biggs and Wedge. So I forgot about these guys. The world map displays all the locations indicated by glowing pins currently available to Clive via fast travel. Though there was a time not long ago that the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's Knot's boughs, now the settlements lie abandoned and the only sounds that escape this forsaken place are the howls of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home.
Keep your eyes open for those goblins. The reports place them in this area.
It's all swamps from here. What's your step, my lord?
And everything else.
Lost in the fog. Support accessories such as Ring of Timely Strike, or the Ring of Timely Focus can be changed or equipped or unequipped with the gear in the main menu, find a combination that best suits your playstyle. Oops, still one. The Attributes tab provided a comprehensive overview of Clive's current level, stats, abilities, and gear. The Gear and Icons tab is used for equipping weapons and armor, as well as assigning icon abilities to available slots. Rosaria belt design for capacity more than keeping one showers in place than stopping the head of an axe. There's a ring that transforms a novice swordsman, awkward jerks and jabs into a variable dance of precise execution floors. One might wonder why every knight in the realm doesn't have one of their own. When equipped, complex ability combinations can be executed by simply pressing X. Let's unequip that for now. Fleetness of foot requires lightning quick reflexes, eagle-like vision, and razor-sharp focus, not to mention the calves of a puma. This convenient ring. When equipped, Clive will automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. When equipped, Clive will automatically use potion when... I don't need that. I think this is... When equipped, time slows for a fatal enemy attack. Strike Clive. No effect when equipped with the ring of timely evasion. So I think we'll keep this one for now. Help me kind of get it. Abilities. Ability points can be spent in the Abilities tab to acquire new abilities, as well as an upgrade to existing ones. If you are unsatisfied with Clive's current build, reset all abilities and try again, as there's no penalty for doing so. Okay. It's cool that it lets you take these backsies without punishing you. Okay, so I've got these already. Now let's do that one. I like that one. Do that one as well. Options on the Systems tab include controller configuration as well as video, audio, and accessibility and language settings. Okay. Brightness a little bit. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that.
Not exactly the most well-maintained path.
And who do you imagine would maintain it? They've all fled from the Blight.
Cool, alright.
It's hard to believe that anyone used to live here. The old village of Stillwind is ahead. Not that there's a lot left of it.
See if there's a way to remove those arrows. It's like I could have figured that out. And the fact that the arrow showed up like right as I was getting to it. Uh-oh.
With me.
Use Y after striking an opponent to conjure a magical explosion that deals damage. Ba-ba-ba-bum. It's unfortunate.
Goblins. So the reports were true.
We should press on. There may be more ahead.
Welcome to Stillwind.
Have care, my lord.
There's more.
Loot. Some enemies will drop gil and items in the pile. Your feet loot scattered automatically by approaching the glittering icons. Got him.
Watch out, my lord. Some of their number are spell cells.
And what a number. We'll all have our hands full.
Ah! Spellcaster first. Kind of stinks that I can't give commands to these other guys. Sometimes from us, just like a little like bar that, like with 15 had. I don't think that's too weird to ask for. Nailed it. Okay. I'm trying to be fancy. You just gotta hold down R.
We should be nearing the old village square. It might not be a nest of goblins.
It's too much to hope for.
Sneaky sods. We're trapped.
My lord. I'm working on it.
Check out the spellcasters first.
He's the leader. But we'll have to take care of his followers first.
Care to thin the herd? As if you have to ask.
Ah! So even with the warning sign, I just stink at these dodging games.
And there was one.
Shit! He's invited a friend! On your feet, Sir Wade.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Founder, that's a swing and a half. Be ready to move when it winds up for another. You don't have to tell me twice.
Ah! Partial staggered, enemies become partially staggered when their will gauge is reduced to 50%, creating a short opening in which combined attacks are easily landed. Ow! Ah!
Not quite. Nice try.
Press X just as opponent attacks to parry a strike, temporarily slowing time and leaving the opponent open to counter. Execute an icon, blah blah blah. Got him. Sweet. Still gotta get that guy.
Come back and fight, you coward! After him, before he summons the rest.
Yep. Basic RPG stuff.
There he is.
Well, let me lock on. Oh, you little.
Damn it. This ends now. What's in there?
Ah! It's a marble! Marble!
Keep clear of its maw, my lord. That thing's breath
Toothy
is worse
maw.
than its bite. Not quite.
Ah.
That reeks! I said stay away from its mouth!
The whole thing is a mouth! Ah!
Where's it going?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah! Cinematic strike. When the screen flashes blue like this during a pivotal moment of battle, press X before the timer is up to deliver a devastating blow. These are almost impossible to miss.
No! Before it recovers!
Oh. Up.
He won't be gone for long.
I cannot fall here.
Cinematic evasion. When the screen flashes red like during a pivotal moment of battle, press RB before the time runs out to evade the coming attack.
Now for the final push, my lord.
Yeah.
Not quite. My lord. Thanks. Never thought I'd see it. Not just goblins in Rosaria, but mortals too. I'll petition His Grace to send a detachment. If we can stop them here, they'll be at our gates before long.
We should get moving. We don't want to be caught out here after dark.
If we set off now, we can still reach Phoenix Gate before nightfall.
That was a good boss. It's a good first boss fight. I mean, I guess maybe the giant guy. Would be the first boss fight. I'd say that one. This aging seaboard citadel not only defends Rosaria from northern raiding parties, but also serves as sacred ground whereupon the duchy's dominant might commune with his or her ancestors and entreat their guidance on the eve of important battles. Sometime later.
Suddenly, thousands of red eyes. No, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. His lordship draws his sword. The goblin chief runs off screaming, straight down a Mormor's gullet. More tales!
Drink and be merry, boys! Good work on the morrow. Must be gratifying to see your student making such a name for himself. The young lord has a bright future ahead of him.
Aye, and one of these nights he may even deign to join us.
Are the food graphics as good as the one in 15? Because that would seem like a really important thing.
Are you unwell?
No, Father. Just a little tired.
Well, it has been a long day.
They all like Clive, don't they?
Aye. Your brother will be a fine shield. We're all very proud of him.
Except for Mother.
Father? Why is it that the dominance is always born into our family? Doesn't seem fair.
We cannot live without the blessing of the crystals. And the crystals work their magic through us. You have been blessed, Joshua. Blessed to be a dominant, to wield the power of an icon. Our family has been chosen to share that power with the people. So that is what we must do.
Louder, my friend! Louder!
Sign of a good king willing to celebrate with his men. Mostly.
I don't suppose I'll be missed.
Poor Jill. She'll be wondering where you've got to. So much for you being a fine hound.
So this is where you've been hiding.
What are you doing out here?
I didn't see you at the feast.
Feasts are the only time shields are allowed to take their ease, and I've never really been one for cakes and ale.
It's the vegetables I don't like.
Typical kid.
I hear you slew a marble. All the men were singing your praises.
They never used to. When I joined the ranks, everyone thought I was a spoiled little lordling. If I didn't know how to handle a sword, I'd be a laughing stock. The Archduke's firstborn failure. You're the one they really believe in. I'm jealous.
That's not true. They don't believe in me. They believe in the power of the dominant.
My brother the Phoenix, ruler over life and death.
Isn't fair. It should have been you. I don't have what it takes to lead our people. I don't have the strength. But you do.
Every man has his duty. Ours was decided long ago, when our ancestors chose to instate the dominant as the Archduke of Rosaria. All to ensure that whenever our nation stood on a precipice, the Phoenix would rise from the flames to drag us back from the brink. The fate of Rosaria sits on the dominant's shoulders. It is your duty to bear that burden.
What about you?
I was born to be your shield. That is why I was given the Phoenix's blessing. To keep our future rulers safe. No matter what. However hard it gets. I'll never let you down.
Thank you, Clive. I know you'll always take care of me.
Before I can do that, you need to take care of yourself. Right?
I should go inside. It's past my bedtime. Good night, Torgal.
Supplies from the capital.
You took your time sampling the wares, were you?
It's a good job the North is full of enterprising traders keen to keep us in wine.
Ah!
What in the...
Good. He's just let me take a look, make sure we're being Trojan horsed. Or Trojan chocobo. Two guards doesn't seem like enough, but maybe it's because they're celebrating. You know, their guard has been let down.
Gateway secured, Captain.
We proceed as planned.
Is that...
Forgive me, my prince. It's me, Wade. You probably don't remember me.
I remember. What is it?
We're under attack. I don't know who they are, but they've set light to half the castle. I must get you to safety, Your Highness.
Very well. I'm ready.
Follow me, Your Highness.
Fight the fledgling.
Are the enemy already inside the castle?
I'm afraid so, Your Highness. We must hurry.
Dang. Oh yeah, that's right, he gets tired.
What was that?
I have to help them. Everything's on fire.
Fall back, Your Highness! He's not one of us!
No. I must do my duty.
It's got him before he could even reach him.
saw them at the feast. They were laughing.
This is Sambra Garb. But why would the Empire...
We must find my father. I can do this.
Damn it! The bastards are everywhere.
Why would the Empire do this? They're not allies.
Holy moly! I guess that's another reason you wouldn't expect Trojan chocobos, because, you know, you don't expect your allies to just suddenly turn on you. I'll set him up, you knock him down. Ah! It's the other guy.
Damn it! His wounds are deep.
I can save him.
Your Highness,
Don't worry. You're going to be all right.
I'll hold them off.
Clive!
Joshua! Come here. Tyler, you're hurt.
I'll survive. Thanks to His Highness.
Your Grace, Lord Murdoch.
You rescued the young prince. Well done, Sir Wade.
I'm in your debt, soldier.
Thank you, Your Grace.
I don't know if this is a time to stand on ceremony.
We cannot stay here. We should make straight for the rear gate.
From the lost Alan to Isam Gelif. May the winds speed you to Rosalith.
The north gate's up ahead. There are chocobos in the stables. Father, take Joshua and get to safety.
No, I'm not going without you. You're supposed to be my shield, remember?
I remember, which is why I'm going to hold the enemy here while you make your escape.
I will order our remaining forces to rally at the gate. Now go.
I will do my duty. You must do your duty too.
I know.
You have to keep Father safe. I'm counting on you, Joshua.
I start doing that to my friends whenever I make a point. I just punch them very lightly in the middle of the chest. Walk tall, my brother. Ooh. Wipe yourself off.
We're too late. Everyone's dead.
That is wild. I mean, they literally were just celebrating.
Captain!
Take them.
You may certainly try.
Let none escape.
As you command. You take care of that spellcaster. I'll keep the others occupied.
Oops.
That's them done. Are you all right?
I'm fine. It's my father and Joshua I'm worried about. We should head back.
Uh-oh. We gotta take care of this dragoon first.
Hey, look out!
May I have this dance?
He's an Imperial Dragoon.
And you are the shield who was blessed by the Phoenix. Not that it will save you!
Not quite. Stay still, damn Not quite. Nice try. He's open! Now, Clive! Have at it!
How about the...
You're going to regret that, boy.
Oh. Ah. And I forgot how much fun this combat system is. It's like, as much as I miss the turn-based stuff, so this is a cool combat system. So the fact that it's not turn-based doesn't make it inherently bad, or doesn't inherently make it not Final Fantasy.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine.
So, they sent in the Dragoons. Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
No, I don't think they're sending us a birthday cake.
Not yet. Their numbers were too few.
This was like...
They were not here to take the castle. They were here to take heads. Our work is done. We should return to my father.
My lord, look. We issued these sashes but yesterday. In Rosalith. If they were already among us. What if there were others?
Father and Joshua are in danger.
We must hurry. Take your steed.
What is that?
Cold chill.
Uncle, you're all right. Thank goodness.
Yes, thank goodness the dog's okay.
Your Grace, is everyone safe?
For the moment. We ride for Rosalith to rally our forces. I will need your help to see Joshua safely back to the capital. On you get, Joshua.
Ah!
Father?
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but that won't be possible.
Oh, not the owl.
Honorless snakes!
Stay back! I'm warning
Run,
you!
Joshua, run! No! Pig!
Oh!
Traitors! Your Highness!
You must do your duty too.
Oh, he's about to Phoenix out.
You have to keep Father safe.
I had to.
So I knew that was coming. It was still like, whoa.
I'm counting on you, Joshua.
Oh, fuck.
Run, Torgal.
Phoenix. The Phoenix!
Joshua! Lord Murdoch! His Highness! Joshua! Stop this! He's lost control! I have to do something! I have to save him!
No, my lord!
Fall back! Climb!
Ooh.
Thank you, girl. You saved my life. Get her on her feet and run. Please. Joshua, are you in pain? Not now. Come on! You're his shield. Do your duty. Save him. My lord? What in the name of...
Uh-oh.
Second icon of fire. That's impossible.
Oh. Oh, now we're back where we started.
Who are you? It's me! No! Leave me alone!
Yeah, we already did this. Oh, well. Ah. That's right.
Is this the repository? He's destroying everything!
Yeah, I heard somebody compare this game, like if you took Game of Thrones and Godzilla because of the icon fights. You know, because they're basically like kaiju. Where'd he go? There he is.
I have to stop him! I have to save them!
Woo!
I made a promise to my brother. And I mean to keep it. I will do my duty.
Uh-oh.
My flames may flicker, but they shall never die.
Yeah, vanquished him.
No! Stop it! Take your hands off my brother!
Help me. Help me, Clive.
Joshua! Stop it! Stop it! I swore I would protect him! Please! Please! Stop it!
I mean, the kid held his own pretty well for being turning the icon for the first time.
Murderer. I'll kill
Oh, that was Mercy.
Quite a mess that monster made. And shame about the Phoenix, but can't be helped. Oh, my condolences, Your Grace. Is there aught we can do?
Haven't you done enough, Captain? Joshua was my world. And now he is gone.
They were trying to kill
I
him.
pray there will be a place for me in the world his radiance seeks to create.
I see. Your Grace, over here.
He must know that's her other son. Whatever will she decide?
The rubble must have protected him from the worst of the flames. Shall we take him prisoner?
No need for that. Kill him.
Mother of the Year right there.
Wait. As my husband never tired of telling me, he is a fine soldier. I'm sure he would make an excellent addition to the Imperial front line. All in its right place.
Wow. Oh, jeez.
Take this one.
So this woman is so evil. I hate her so much.
Chin up, lad. You're going to be a soldier.
Like Cloud? You're welcome. Thank you for playing. You've completed the Final Fantasy 16 demo, but there's still so much story to tell. If you would like to learn more about Clive and the Dominants, please consider purchasing the main game. Playthrough data save. Playthrough data can be carried over to the main game, allowing you to continue where you left off in the demo. Demo playthrough data cannot be loaded in the demo version. Oh, okay, must select new. I guess interesting. Demo complete. Oh. Wow. Take my headphones off. My ears are all sweaty. I think this game has an amazing opening 2 hours. I really do. Is it the best in the series? I mean, it's up there as far as like hooks for a game in the Final Fantasy series. Let me go through the ones I've played. Like, I appreciate the 15's opening is pretty tame, and then stuff hits the fan pretty quickly later on. You know, spoilers for 15 if you haven't played. You know, Noctis loses his father as well, just like Clive and Joshua did. You know, that beheading was pretty definitive. And then 12's beginning is also very similar to this, where there's an attack on a kingdom, and and then it's like 14 and 11's. Their MMOs, the opening cutscenes are breathtaking, but the game themselves are all very, very slow, and don't get all that exciting until about 30-ish hours in. And then Final Fantasy X has an amazing opening as well. I think it's really good. And then 9 starts off with a heist, and the heist is really, really... 9 is probably the most fun opening. But you could probably say that about 7 as well, because it's not a heist, but it is like criminal activity. and it's really cool. Like, it's harder for me to pick a favorite because they're all good. I think the MMOs have the weakest opening, but I think it's just the nature of how MMOs are and teaching you the game and getting you set up. And there's so much to do in MMOs. It's like they can't give you everything in the kitchen sink within the first 2 hours, and then just like, what else is going to be left to do? I think that if you haven't played Final Fantasy 16 yet, I think that it's well worth the 50 for the base game, and then if you want the expansions after completing the game, get those. You don't necessarily have to spend $70 on the complete edition. I think if you buy just the base game, I think $50 is worth it. I think that if you've played Final Fantasy 16 like I have on a PlayStation 5 or like a PC, and for whatever reason you've switched over to Xbox, or you want to get it on Xbox as well to get achievements and whatever, I think I would recommend waiting for a sale. Like obviously I'm a huge fan of the series. I've got a channel dedicated to it, and my lovely fiance humors me a lot by listening to me talk about this series that I love so much. So maybe I'll get it this Thursday when I get paid, because I think I want to support it on Xbox and show Square that there are people that want to play these games on Xbox. Like I'm a weird Final Fantasy fan. Like I can't think of any streamer that I've seen. So I've looked around to see like what other people are doing. And typically, people that play Final Fantasy games either play it on PC or PlayStation. It's like when they list what platform they're playing on, they typically don't list Xbox or Switch. And if they're going to list one of those two, it would be Switch over Xbox. But I am glad that this has finally made it to the platform. The opening 2 hours was just like, it reminded me how much I love the game. And once I get it, I'm going to be taking my time with it again, because I really did take my time with it on PS5. However, there was a full day that I played through it, and I beat what was left of it, and I feel like that was all kind of a blur. That was a mistake, but I had the day off from work that day. I had a lot of time to kill. So when I do play 16 all the way through, I'll be playing it here. But yeah, good stuff. I hope through word of mouth that it does well on Xbox. I mean, people are talking about sales within the first week, and I'm just like, it's only been out for a week. We'll give it some time. I think give people a chance to play the demo, and give, there's videos on YouTube of people talking about the game. And I hope that if people come across my playthrough of the demo and me talking about it, I think it is well worth the $50 for the base game. Icon Challenge. The Icon Challenge has been unlocked. It's now available from the title screen. In this special mode set later in the game, Clive has been equipped with feats and abilities of 3 unique icons, Phoenix, Garuda, and Titan, to allow you to get a better feel of Final Fantasy XVI's exciting battle system. Okay, so I didn't even know this was included with. That's cool. Maybe we'll try that at some point. But yeah, that's great. But yeah, Square's having, I feel like I'm the ultimate hype man for Square on Xbox. So we got Chrono Cross, like they've been having a sale. So if you've been thinking about getting into any of Square's games, And so there's 16, and I want to get the full version. 124 gigs. That is crazy. I wonder how much the base game is. 115. So the expansion is another 9. I wonder what reviews are saying. Finally, on Xbox, this getting Shadow dropped has made my day, and Final Fantasy Remake is coming this winter. Thank you, Square Enix. Finally, Xbox Games School should have been released day 1. I agree, 100%. Yeah, I think that at the very least, it should have been a 6-month exclusive. It's crazy. It's crazy. This came out 2 years. 2 years? Has it really been 2 years already? When did this bad boy come out? June 22nd, 2023. So, gosh, I can't believe that was 2 years ago. I felt like it was 2024, not 2023. Gosh, time just flows so freaking fast. It's unbelievable. My favorite Final Fantasy since 9. Played through the prologue so far. Amazing. It's about Ifriting time. It's funny. Yes, you can pet the dog. I can confirm you can pet the dog. I'm glad that it's getting good reviews. But, it's at 93%. Got 406 reviews. I wonder if it's different for... edition. $498. Let's see. I want to see. Deleting reviews. Watch YouTube first. Not open world at all. Great game. 10 out of 10 would recommend, but you give it a 1 star? That person had to have made a mistake. Basically, a Dynasty Warriors FF crossover. If you're looking for a Final Fantasy game, avoid this game at all costs. This is just a monotonous action game. That's not true. If you keep the rings equipped, yes, it will become a monotonous action game. I still had the ring where it kind of gave you more of a window for the dodging. I might take that off, but I still got hit. I think comparing this game's combat to Final Fantasy 15's, I think 16's is better. I really do. I wish, as far as just like the straight up combat, obviously I like that 15 still has like a group command where you can command your allies, and 16 has a very watered down version of that. Like I think even calling it watered down is being super generous on my part. I'm not going to spoil it, but you do get a single party member that travels around with you that you can give commands to, but it's even less complicated than 15's. Even that wasn't that complicated compared to like previous entries in the game. So I mean, it's crazy to think that 16 has, as far as like a party system, it's even more watered down. I think 15 definitely has that. I wish that like when we were fighting the Marlboro with those guys, it would have been nice to like have a meter build up and you could give them commands to do different stuff. However, comparing Noctis's combat to Clive's, I think Clive's is far more fluid. And I like 15's combat, but when you talk about mindlessly mashing the X button, I think 15 can be guilty of that. Whereas like 16, I felt like there's some strategy with the dodging and stuff. And I'll have to try the dodging with that ring removed, which I did do a little bit of that when I played it on PS5 just to see what it was like. And even then, I felt like 16's dodging made a little bit more sense to me, whereas 15's it was hard to like get telegraphed attacks from enemies to know when to dodge. Like, yeah, you just held down X, but sometimes even that didn't work. And this is I just finished 15. I love that game. And there were times that I thought about putting it at my number 2 ranking. It's staying at number 3, but there was a couple of moments where I was like, I might like this one more than 7. But seeing a couple of its flaws, and all these games have flaws of their own, but that's okay. And I'm rambling. Gosh, that opening of 16 is so good. If at the very least you're on the fence about buying the game, play the demo. Like, you have nothing to lose from that, and you can play it multiple times. And then there's an extra mode that I didn't even know about. So we might do that as like a separate stream at some point. But I'm glad that it's getting good. Let's see what the 4-star. Not quite there for me. The storyline is good, but I miss the turn-style gameplay that is FF as opposed to the hack-and-slash format. I prefer open-world exploration. Would like to see more equipment options and less cutscenes. Feels like half the game is cutscenes. This game is very cutscene heavy, but like especially in the beginning. But I feel like there are later on in the game more breaks, and it's not as open world as 15. I think that it's a good medium between. Gosh, what do I compare it to? 10 and Witcher 3. Like, you have these open zones at times that you can go and do side quests and stuff. It's not, I mean, I would say 12 and 15 are the most open world ones. Finally, the square became soft. Loses 1 star for Square making a deal with Sony. All games should be everywhere. Console exclusives are just for fanboys. So I guess so. With console exclusives, I'm not totally against them. I think timed exclusives are fine. The reason I'm like, why like something like Gears of War is a little different is Gears and Halo, and this is about to not be true here soon, have always been on Xbox, whereas like Final Fantasy broke that during the 360 era, so there's no reason for it to be exclusive to just PS5, or was no reason. And I'll be curious to see what its longevity will be on this console. And I think another reason that I think it's crazy that the game is $70 with the expansion is like you're not getting the disc version. But yeah. Story heavy hack and slash. This is a high quality game. The graphics are phenomenal. Locations and characters look great. Combat is generally fun but button mashy. It's very fluid though. Like I'm pretty bad at like the Souls games, but this is challenging enough. And maybe during this playthrough when I play it on Xbox, I'll change it over to the not story only difficulty to see how much harder it is. But yeah, and watching through the demo, it seems like the combat is pretty simple, but it gets more complicated as the story goes on. And I can't really go into why because the Clive's powers is sort of tied to what happens in the game. It's funny. I haven't touched 16 in a while, but during like the training stuff, I'm like trying to activate abilities that Clive just doesn't have. Finally, Square became soft. Mid at best. Only has a good storyline that should have been a movie. Fighting is boring. No GFs, material, or wide variety of weapons. The same. I wonder if they mean materia. No GFs. Guardian Forces. That's only Final Fantasy VIII. It's like the icons in this game. They've been called different things throughout the games. But typically they're called summons, or they're called in Final Fantasy VIII. They're called eights. It's called GFs. Far too many cutscenes. The world feels empty. No party members. You don't even get to play the game without being interrupted by another cutscene. Some of these reviews were 7 days ago. It's pretty crazy that people finish this game that quickly. I'm kind of curious. Far too many cutscenes. Let's get the 2 stars. Another FF starring a black-haired emo prince. Cutscenes every few minutes. It should have just been a movie instead. Mash one button to win every fight. Every Final Fantasy since 13 has been a miss. I disagree. Since 13? I need to play more of 13 to really have an opinion on that game. But 14 definitely has its moments. 14 is a very chatty game, and it's not. A lot of times it's not interesting. But the thing is, it has to fill your time. It's an MMO. If you're paying a monthly subscription fee, you feel like you gotta be getting your money's worth. Holy cutscenes. You'll be playing for 2 minutes every time, and then another 7 to 12 minutes cutscenes. Star cutscenes are so long, my Xbox literally went idle from watching. Ridiculous. You watch 4 times more than actually playing the game. Can I get more gameplay with my movie? Visuals are great. I'd rather play the game than watch the movie every 2 minutes after a fight. I wonder how much... See if I can find out. Okay, so there's 20 hours of cutscene, give or take, according to YouTube, in Final Fantasy 16. What about Final Fantasy 15? Final Fantasy 15 had 8. About 10. Final Fantasy X had about 11 and a half. Let's check out 12. 12 had about 6 hours. 13. Final Fantasy 13 had about 8.5 hours of cutscene. So, I think there's another one I could compare it to. Witcher cut scenes. Witcher 3 had 13 hours of cutscenes. It is a lot of cutscenes for Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16, how long to beat? Now, because I don't remember how long it took me to beat overall on PS5. 38 hours and 15 minutes for main story. 59 hours for main plus extras. Completionist, 83 hours and 42 minutes, which I don't know if that's with the expansions or not. Yeah, I think it was about 40 to 50 hours. So I mean, almost half of the game is cutscenes. But I'm trying to think of. I feel like 7 Remake had a pretty good. That's see, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Fantasy VI Remake, cut scenes. Okay, so according to YouTube, Final Fantasy VII Remake with the Yuffie expansion has about 12 hours of cutscenes. It's a bit more. It doesn't feel like it had that much. What about Rebirth? Rebirth. Rebirth looks like it had about 21 cutscenes. 21 cutscenes, 21 hours of cutscenes. So, but the story in this game is great. Been going on for a while. But I just want to keep talking about it. I think it feels most intrusive in its first 2 to 3 hours. I think once the story picks up and you have more to do in the game, like once you've learned all the mechanics and stuff, there's more actual quote unquote gameplay. But the thing with Final Fantasy, especially with the mostly the PS1 and PS2 eras, was that you'd get a cutscene as a reward for playing really, really long throughout the game, especially with Final Fantasy X. Those cutscenes are amazing. The FMVs is what I'm talking about. Whereas the FNVs in 16 and 15 were closer to their game counterparts. But yeah. It's recent. Good game. Main quests peak, but side quests are disappointing. it is fun. I will agree that some of these side quests in 16 do feel a lot like 14's expansions, where you go about 10 feet one way, get a quest, and then go 10 feet another way to grab whatever that person needed and then go back to them. Which makes sense because it's directed by the same guy. What about the most recent 5-star? Release physical copies of Final Fantasy 16 and Tactics on Xbox. Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games. I still own the PS1 version. Couldn't agree more. This one came out today, so I guess just now. Fans play amazing. This may not be the traditional Final Fantasy experience. What even is that? But it's an excellent game in its own right, and it absolutely deserves to perform better than 22,000 copies sold in its first week. Especially after we Xbox gamers spent a year complaining that it skipped the platform. I honestly blame Game Pass for creating a platform of cheapskates that don't buy games. Instead, wait for everything that comes to the service. This needs to sell much better than it is, and only validates why these devs skip out on Xbox. It's infuriating. I agree. And maybe I'm part of the problem because I did not buy it during the first week. But maybe I'll get it once I get paid this Thursday. I would love. I think also the price tag is a lot to ask. I mean, $70 for the complete edition and $50. Like that's. It was $60 at launch, and that was when you got the physical version. But so it's like it's annoying. I feel like the complete edition should be $50, and then the base edition should be $40. But I think I've gone on long enough. Final Fantasy 16, at the very least, if you have a Series X or S, try out the demo. I think it's well worth your time, and then you can decide whether or not to buy it. I think that the opening 2 hours really kicks ass, and it's a good hook. Like, it's a great hook. The characters are all amazing. I think when I first played this, I flip-flopped on whether or not this is my fourth favorite Final Fantasy. As my rankings are the ones I've played. I will give this an asterisk for the MMOs because I've obviously not finished the MMOs. Those are going to take me some time, but I wanted to include them in the rankings. So there's an asterisk with those placements. So 12 is my number 1, 7 is my number 2, 15 is my number 3, and 16 is my number 4, with 10 is my 5th favorite, 8 is my 6th, 11th is my 7th. Number 1, the Pixel Remaster, is my 8th favorite, and my least favorite of the ones I've played, 14 on number 9, as number 9. So, I mean, 16 is in my top 5 out of the 9 that I feel like I've played. All the other ones on this list, except for the MMOs, I've played from beginning to end at least once. 7 and 15 are the only ones that I've played more than once, from beginning to end. But even if you're hesitant about 16, a lot of the other Final Fantasy titles are on sale right now, so check it out. Yeah. I'm glad it's finally on Xbox. Better late than never, I guess. I'll be curious to see how well Final Fantasy VII Remake does. I'm hoping that they release a demo for it here soon, and I'll play that.